Today I fucked up by saying, "You're my mammal," to my fiancé. Last night I was a mess. Drunk, upset. Had a heated argument with my family and was damn pissed. I got home and wanted to have sex with my fiancé. Like not the romantic one but borderline feral, rip me out of my head kinda. We got into it, he's on top and I wanted to say something hot and possessive like, "You're my man." But for some ungodly reason, "fucking animal" was also floating in my head. My dumbass brain tried to say both the words and I ended up moaning, "You're my mammal." Fucking stroke. He literally stopped while inside me and asked, "I am your what?" I was sloshed but realized what I had said and tried to double down, "You're my strong, hot mammal." This man died laughing like he was gone. He literally rolled off me and laughed for 5 minutes straight. Still he got back into it and every time he moved, he'd start wheezing again. After the sex, I just turned over and knocked out. Right now since we've woken up, the man hasn't shut up. "So Elm, your mammal, huh? You know as your mammal, I can drive you to work." I have never known shame like this. Too long did not read. Called my fiancé, my mammal, in the middle of sex and now I'm embarrassed as hell. That's actually hilarious, I should use this one. Oh my god. For what it's worth, I've had a hard week. This helped. You and me baby ain't nothing but mammals. Babe, it'll pass. He may get a week or even a month out of this, but it'll pass. That's a lifelong inside joke nickname right there. How sweet, less than 3. If you can't have funny moments with your partner during sex, should you be having sex with them? Sounds like he's a good mammal. Today I fucked up by accidentally exposing my grandpa's secret hobby at family dinner. So this happened last weekend during our monthly family dinner at my grandparents' house. My grandpa has always been super tech illiterate, so he asked me to help him set up his new tablet earlier in the day. While I was doing it, I noticed he had bookmarked some very unexpected websites, think knitting tutorials and gardening blogs, but also, a forum for conspiracy theories about squirrels taking over the world? I didn't say anything because hey, everyone needs hobbies. Fast forward to dinner, and my grandma starts complaining about how grandpa spends too much time on his silly tablet. Trying to lighten the mood, and thinking it was harmless, I joked, "Well, at least he's not plotting against squirrels anymore." Silence. Dead silence. Turns out my grandma hates squirrels because they keep raiding her bird feeders, and now she thinks grandpa has been secretly feeding them as part of some bizarre truce. They got into this huge argument right there at the table about loyalty to birds versus squirrels while the rest of us just sat there awkwardly eating pie. Too long did not read. Tried to make a joke about grandpa's squirrel conspiracy hobby and accidentally started World War III between him and grandma. While I was doing it, I noticed he had bookmarked some very unexpected websites. Oh boy, here we have another youngling discovering libido in elderly. Think knitting tutorials and gardening blogs, but also, oh, a forum for conspiracy theories about squirrels taking over the world? Oh, tears of joy. There is either nothing here or just this link. This sounds like the family interaction that would be happening in the background of a Ben Stiller comedy. Yup, grandpa too. You ratted him out. Rolling on the floor laughing. For grandma's birthday you should get her a taxidermy squirrel in some awkward death pose. Birds don't have the receptors for capsaicin, which is the active compound in spice, chili, to give the burning sensation. So get grandma a huge tub of chili flakes. Just the cheap stuff will do, and tell you to mix it with the bird food. It won't take long for the squirrels to work it out. Start off with a stronger dose, and gradually reduce it until you find the squirrel's tolerance levels. Then bump it back up. Chilies evolved to take advantage of this, so only birds will eat them and poop out their seeds over a wide area. Humans are a bit freaky and thought, "Ow, it burns. Let's make some more." TIFU. My husband thinks I'm possessed. This literally just happened, and now my husband is never going to let this go. I have no idea how to explain to him that he's wrong. We were arguing, simple small arguments that couples have. We've been married for 10 years and have a lovely 8-year-old together. Arguments happen very rarely between us. I truly believe he is my soulmate. But now, he thinks I am possessed. Before the argument started, I sent our kid to go play a video game because we don't argue in front of her. We don't raise our voices at each other. But I did fuck up and called my husband a dick-inch dingy, which literally makes no sense. I felt awful when his face dropped and he stops, goes out to our car. I'm freaking out thinking I've lost my husband and ruined everything. I check the ring cams and see he's coming back in, and so I start preparing to apologize to him. But no, he lights freaking sage and wafts it around in the air, saying he didn't appreciate that type of language and that bad spirits were in the air. My husband says I looked completely demonic, calling him such a name, and insisted on walking around our house and me, saging everything. At first, I thought it was funny and was apologizing, but now, he has been saying since I apologized and was laughing that it worked. Therefore, I am demonic. Note: we're not religious. Teacher and a nurse, but now, I am going to be saged by my husband every argument. TLDR. I called my husband a dick-inch dingy in an argument, and he whipped sage out to cleanse away my attitude. Edit. Thank you to everyone who commented. We're laughing together and are happy to see what you each had to say. There's no concern here. He's a good man and thought it would be funny. He said he had the sage in his car because it was given to him by his aunt. She's a wonderful woman and is very spiritual. Apparently, she gave him cinnamon to blow into the house at the first of every month and the sage to cleanse the house. We loved reading the comment about waving a white flag and calling him a sage dick dingy. I hope you all have wonderful days, and thank you again for the laughs and advice. What the fuck did I just read? I think I lost some IQ after reading this. Reminds me of a fight I had with my partner years ago. Neither of us would compromise and we weren't speaking. Nothing was working, so I found a long stick and tied a white dishcloth to it and crept up to the door of the room that they were in and just stuck the flag through the door and started waving it. They burst out laughing and the bad blood was gone. What is a dick-inch dingy? Next argument: you should break out the sage and start praying over him. Also, did he just so happen to have sage in his car or did he run down to a store and pick some up? Lol. This is an absolute fantastic way to end an argument. Today I fucked up by calling my professor cute. Last semester I took an advanced math class with this professor who I thought was so cute. He's probably 10-15 years older than me, but he was so nice and was really accommodating when I had a family death affect my attendance and eventually lead to me dropping his class. The other day I was in the math building talking with a couple other math majors, one of whom was my friend, about professors. This professor's name came up and I added that I thought he was actually pretty cute. The other student added that he was a really good professor. From behind me, I hear a, "Who are we talking about now?" I literally froze. Of course the professor we were talking about had been coming down the hall behind me. He just talked with us about the class we were all taking together and said nothing about what I said. I don't know if he heard what I said, but I'm almost certain he did if he heard what the other person said. Now, I don't think I'll ever be able to take one of his classes and I have a year of only math classes left to take. Too long did not read. I admitted I thought my math professor was hot as he was behind me. Teachers always have fans, don't worry. Take the class, get your education. Live your life. I'm sure he's flattered, don't worry. Trust me, they're used to it and they understand. A lot of people find good professors attractive because of the mix of competency, guidance, and authority, bonus points if they're physically attractive. It's just part of the job. I'm just a PhD student, but I've taught classes before and I am well aware that several students have made comments about finding me attractive. I just find it kind of funny and don't feel weirded out by it. I know a few of the professors in my department feel the same way. It's no biggie, I promise. Probably made his day. There is no wrong admitting if someone is cute or hot even if it is your professor. It's okay as long as you don't cross your limits. He probably spoke up so that you didn't have an opportunity to embarrass yourself further. I've had crushes on so many of my maths teachers and professors, so learned early on never to gush anywhere on campus. Don't worry about it though. He likely found it amusing. As long as you don't attempt to do anything to pursue the cute professor, you're gold.